This is Africa and Iran speaking together. The same hands that printed the Bible also signed the bill of sale. We are not here to argue. We are here to read you the record. Yeah.
They sold the book and they sold the man. They preached the cross and they worked the brand. One ship carries scripture and chains. Same captain, same logbook, same games.
The church sold Bibles while it sold black people. That is not a slogan, that is the receipt. Cold drinks in the Vatican, the convention down south. Read the dates out loud, then
take your seat.
In 1452, Pope Nicholas V issued Dumb Diverses. It told King Afonso of Portugal to take non-Christians as perpetual slaves. Romanus Pontifex, 1445, confirmed and widened that grant indicated terror. 1493, Pope Alexander split the New World between Spain and Portugal. That body of papal law became the doctrine of discovery. In 1823, the United States Supreme Court cited it in Johnson against Emmentosh. Chief Justice John Marshall used it to strip native land title. The Vatican only repudiated the doctrine of discovery in March 2023. Christopher Codrington died in 1710 in Barbados. He left 2 sugar plantations to the Church of England. The Society for the Propagation of the Gospel operated those estates. Enslaved people were branded with the word society on the chest with a hot iron. In 1834, that same society collected British compensation money for those slaves. The General Synod of the Church of England formally apologized in 2006. In 1838, the Maryland Jesuits sold 272 human beings, the Guillotine 2. They were shipped to Louisiana for roughly $115,000. That money paid the debts of Georgetown College. The Methodist Episcopal Church split in 1844 over a slave-holding bishop. The Presbyterians divided as well, north against south before the war. Names, dates, ledgers, branded lines. Nothing in this verse is opinion.
They sold the book and they sold the man. They preached the cross and they worked the brand. One ship carried scripture and chains. Same captain, same logbook, same game.
The church sold Bibles while it sold black people. That is not a slogan, that is the receipt. Cold drinks in the Vatican, the convention down south. Read the dates out loud.
Take your seat.
And then in 17, they printed a book in London for the colonies. The title named it for the Negro slaves of the British West Indies. A standard Bible holds about 1,189 chapters. This edited book kept only around 232. They removed about 90% of the Old Testament. They removed roughly half of the New Testament. They deleted Exodus, the account of a people walking out of bondage. They deleted Galatians, the line that said neither bond nor free. They deleted Revelation and the passages that promised the last shall be first. They kept Ephesians.
Servants, be obedient to your master.
They kept Joseph sold by his brothers to teach acceptance of sale. Missionaries used it to teach enslaved people on the plantation. 3 copies are known to survive. One is held at Fisk University. One was displayed at the Museum of the Bible in Washington. John Newton captained slave ships across the Atlantic. He published
Amazing Grace
in 1779. Years after his conversion, he stayed in the slave trade for years before he ever opposed at the Southern Baptist Convention. Formed in 1845 in Augusta, Georgia. It broke from the north to keep slaveholders eligible as missionaries. It only apologized in 1995, a century and a half late. Under the 1833 Abolition Act, the British state paid
slaveholders 20 million pounds.
Bishops and clergy were among the owners who collected that money. Queen Anne's bounty had invested church funds in the South Sea Company.
The church commissioners admitted that slavery link in a 2023 report.
Bibles in one hand,
Bills of sale in the other.
they blessed the ship that
Drowned somebody's mother.
say the institution's name.
Say it without fear.
The archive is open.
The record is clear.
This is not against faith. This is against the men who edited it for profit. The enslaved kept the parts that were torn out. They found the Exodus, the printer's cut.
From Africa to Iran, the pattern is familiar. A holy reason written for an unholy ledger. Doctrine of discovery, drawn straight on the map. Empire wearing scripture like a code.
We are not asking for shame. We are asking for the truth to be taught in full. Codrington, Nicholas, the fifth, the convention, the bounty. 14, 52, 18.
07, 18, 38, 1995.
They sold the Bible.
They sold the people.
Now you have read it.
Now you decide.
Africa and Iran. One voice, we will not raise it. We will only list the facts. Listen and check every line. Yeah. Same desk that wrote the prayer wrote the price. Same wax that sealed the song, sealed the seal.
Faith on the cover, profit on the page.
They handed out the gospel, and they handed out the change. That is recorded history, not an accusation.
The Vatican, the Crown Church, the convention in the South.
Every name is documented. This is the proof. Pope Nicholas signed dumb diverses in 1452. He permitted Portugal to enslave non-believers forever. Pope Alexander divided the new lands in 1493. Lawyers called this the doctrine of discovery. A United States court leaned on it in 1823. The Vatican only renounced that doctrine in 2023. Christopher Codrington willed his Barbados estates to the Church of England. His mission society ran him and marked people with a branding iron. That society later to British state money. For those same people, the Church of England issued an apology in 2006. The Jesuits sold 272 people in 1838 to clear a college debt.
Same desk that wrote the prayer wrote the price. Same wax that sealed the song,
Seal the song,
seal the seal. Faith on the cover,
profit.
profit on the page.
They handed out the gospel,
And they handed out the chain that is recorded history. Oh, not an accusation. The Vatican, the Crown Church, the convention in the South.
every name is documented.
This is the proof.
A special Bible was printed in London in 1807. It was made for enslaved people in the British Islands. Editors cut most of the Old Testament out. They removed Exodus so no one would read about escape. They kept the verse ordering servants to obey their masters. A surviving copy is kept at Fisk University today. John Newton steered slave ships before he wrote his famous hymn. He kept trading in people for years after his conversion. The Southern Baptist Convention split off in 1845 over slave holding and waited until 1995 to say sorry. Church funds were tied to a company that shipped Africans.
One hand offered heaven, the other counted heads. The blessing and the bill were written by the same men. The papers still exist. Go and read them.
Go and read them.
This does not attack belief.
It names the people who rewrote belief for money. Africa. Africa and Iran have watched this method before. A sacred excuse stretched over an ugly account. We ask for no apology today. Only the full record taught.
1452,
14,
52,
50,
218,
07.
1838.
They sold the book.
They sold the people.
Now you know.
Now, you know.